Since we're talking about meta-analysis, we need to bring something fresh to this topic. So what's exactly taking the world by storm recently? So I've asked ChatGPT first, what is a meta-analysis? And it answered correctly. I believe you are aware ChatGPT is that AI software that has recently gained an explosion in adoption, and it gave me a full paragraph saying it's a statistical technique used to combine and analyze the results of multiple independent studies. And then I asked it, inspired by your own, I asked it, can you do a meta-analysis on the use of single antiplatelet anti-aggregation versus double antiplatelet anti-aggregation? And I was eager to see if it was going to produce some kind of meta-analysis to me. And it just answered that as an AI language model, I cannot conduct a meta-analysis myself, but I can describe how a meta-analysis on the use of single could be conducted. And I asked it, what prevents you, an AI, from conducting a meta-analysis? And it answered, I'm synthesizing here, as an AI language model, I am capable of processing and analyzing large amounts of data and information. However, I do not have access to the full text articles of all the studies that would be included in a meta-analysis, and I cannot make subjective judgments about the quality of the studies or interpret the results in the context of the larger literature. So, one of the last questions I make is if it does believe that an AI model will be able to conduct a meta-analysis on its own in the near future, and it said basically that as an AI language model, it's not capable of belief or predicting the future, but that's possible as we have some advancements. I'd like to hear your opinion about this. Do you believe there is some point, some place for the use of AI software, and always been hearing about machine learning and blockchain and all these in the use, for example, of meta-analysis, which is one of the most straightforward scientific studies to make, so to speak, that requires the least amount of human interaction?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I'm also, as everyone else, amazed at how much ChatGPT can do. Um, the other day, I submitted an abstract to it and asked, "Can you suggest some journals where I could send this?" And it gave me a perfect list. And then I asked, which of these journals are not open access, like that they don't charge me a fee, and it also answered that. So I'm very positively surprised about how fantastic this tool is. I will say that I agree with its answer in the sense that a lot of this step-by-step process of a meta-analysis are subjective. So, for example, here in step 3 in the Meta-Analysis Academy, I teach students how to determine if an idea is a good idea or not. You don't want to spend 6 months working on a project that's not going anywhere. That's just going to be a waste of your time. So, and that requires some subjective judgment on what's available in the literature and what you can add to it. Another example may be, for example, study screening. This is done based partly on objective criteria of inclusion and exclusion, but partly on whether studies are too different from each other or not, following those pre-specified inclusion and exclusion criteria, and so forth. And quality assessment is also sometimes subjective. So there are many steps in this process that are subjective, and they require interaction or judgment on the part of the authors. And I think that AI, at least as of now, will have a hard time doing that.
That was an interesting exercise. And I'm not going to say whether I agree or disagree with you, because I don't judge myself sufficiently expert in this area to give my own opinion. But I think it will be interesting to see the upcoming changes. Do, do you believe it will in some way in the very near future? Do you believe we could use it right now to speed up the process? Like you said, for example, in searching databases for the articles or for potential journals for publication, for example?
Yes, no doubt. I think that it's already here. People can already use it for that. There are many suggestions that I have that I'm going to start implementing right now with this tool. For example, to improve my discussion. When I'm writing a paper and I want to find good references, I can just ask ChatGPT, like, what are the best references to say that novel anticoagulants should not be used in patients with mechanical heart valves. It can already find that for you. So you can improve your writing right now. You can improve the effectiveness of your work by using ChatGPT. It's a fantastic tool.
There's but one last limitation, I think. Correct me if I'm mistaken. I think it's always, at least for now, 2 years late. I believe its database only includes that which has been published 2 years ago. I believe there is something like that.
I didn't know that. That's good to know.
So at least for now, we have the edge of recency.
Right, right.
Well, but thank you for your opinion. It was interesting having this unorthodox question and even more discussing the very inner aspects of meta-analysis here, the statistical analysis, what's its importance and all of it. And I would like to welcome everyone who wants to check Dr. Rhanderson Cardoso's webinar from his Meta-Analysis Academy.
That's right. It's going to be on February 28th, guys, at 8 p.m. your local time. Be sure to register. You have to register for the webinar. You can find the registration link on, I'm sure Ricardo may share it, or otherwise you can find it on my Instagram Academy, Instagram of the Meta-Analysis Academy. That's at meta-analysis.academy, and you're going to have the registration link over there.
You absolutely can find it there, but do use my link because it's an affiliate link, so you will also be supporting my channel. Find it down here below. You can subscribe to his page later. You can check the link here, down below.
It's been a pleasure, Ricardo. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you for coming. I will see you on the course. After all, I will be on the course. And if you're watching us from the future, check the link. Anyway, maybe we're already at the 5th or 6th edition of Meta-Analysis Academy, so you've got nothing to lose. Thank you for your audience. See you.